Hello everyone, Assault Mode Yu-Gi-Oh here, and today we're going to be doing a Gimmick Puppet deck profile.
Alright, so first off, this is your main monster. You want to machine dupe this, you want to send this, you want to abuse this as much as you can, because this keeps summoning yourself from the graveyard every turn. And then your other ones, you want 3 Bistol. It's more or less just a tricky, it summons itself from the hand by discarding. And this is just a monster born upon normal summon, and you can banish either of these from the graveyard, and they both have individual effects. This prevents your Gimmick Puppets from being targeted for the rest turn. This prevents them from being responded to for the rest turn, so that's pretty nice. Onto the 2 of this one. You could also run 3 of it. The main problem is he does nothing going first. And, you know, he's mostly just good fodder. 2 Humpty Dumpty. Again, this is just a good normal summon to summon something else out of your hand and declog it. But it's not as vital. You can machine dupe this, which is pretty nice though, but you need 2 to 3 to do that, obviously. 3 Gear Swing Spirit, thinking about knocking this down to 2. It's pretty similar to Dreidel, where it has to have pre-existing setup to do anything, but it is really good because it can knock an opponent's monster's attack down. Next, Tetherwolf, you can 2 of this. You can also run 3 of this. This is just a 1-card normal summon that makes the Link monster, so it's pretty helpful for that, because you don't need your normal summon except for 1 or 2 cards. Then onto the spells, we run 3 Zexal Contact. This just searches your various rank ups. You do have to reveal a card in hand, so you have to have a card in hand to attempt to activate this. But relieving a card doesn't really matter as long as you can use it at a turn so your opponent doesn't retain knowledge of your hand. Then of course 3 Machine Dupe because Machine Dupe is broken. 3 Trade In because you have a lot of level 8s you don't want in hand. And 3 Allure Darkness because you have a lot of monsters you don't want in hand. Plus draw power is always good in decks. Onto the 2 for the spells. You're in 2 Junk Puppet. This is just the archetypic monster reborn once per turn. Condolence Puppet. This sends 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard that's a Gimmick Puppet, or if your opponent has monsters from the extra deck, you can send more, okay, for every monster you control does something from the extra deck. You can banish from your graveyard and target an XYZ monster you control, and it can't be destroyed by face-up card effects, you know, as long as it's on the field. So it's pretty nice protection as well. And then on to the 1-ofs, you run 3 rank ups because it's searchable via the contact. And different ones can work in different situations. This is quick play, this negates everything on field, this is recurable. Down to the last of the spells, Reborn and Foolish. I mean, there's worse versions that already exist in the deck, so you're obviously going to run the best ones. And on to the last card, 3 of this one. This isn't a very fast deck, and sometimes if you have go first, you don't have very many plays. So this is setting, or it is good setting this, excuse me, going first. That way you get a bunch of guys out of the deck, and you can prevent your opponent from killing you. And what's really cool is you can summon her from the deck, and if she gets killed by battle, you can just resummon her off of the materials. So that's pretty nice. Then onto the extra deck, the archetypal Link monster. You could run 3 of this as well, but 2 is pretty good. Of course, any 2 machines, and then it searches a Gimmick Puppet card or sends it to the graveyard once per turn as long as it's Link summoned. And you can also summon a Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand, including the one you search. So that's pretty nice. Then just some Nightmares. These aren't too needed, and you can't make them very often, but they are nice to have. Or you can run just some more rank 8s or Link monsters. Then onto the actual rank 8s. These are the generic ones. This actually synergizes with the deck great because you can recycle your machines whenever it's summoned. You can protect your monsters, you can send something to the graveyard. And most of the things only lock into machine XYZs or dark XYZs. So this is really good because he synergizes all that. Then the generic rank 4s. Just a couple of good ones. Popping back rail, preventing monsters from doing stuff if your turn is too slow. Then onto the actual Gimmick Puppet cards. We run 2 Grinder and 1 of his rank up. This is good for popping 2 cards, or 2 monsters, plus if there's XYZs, you get to do more burn. This is for the rank ups, it just quick effect pops a card, something like that. Or, not quick effect, excuse me, spell speed 1. And then the strings and its rank up, and then the last one. This is good for ranking up into this. This is probably your best setup because it can clear your opponent's entire field, draw your card, and burn your damage with a 3300 type point monster. And this is good because it steals 2 monsters, then changes their levels to 8, and then lets you make any of your guys. But that is the end of the profile.